welcome to the Matt and Cole podcast to be determined name. We're filming this before the first one even came out, number 2. So, like, we were supposed to have a name for this. We'll have a name. We'll have a name. Braden has a name, which is Rich Man, Poor Man. I don't think it's a bad name. I just feel like it's a little bit, like
it's a little aggressive.
We don't do satire here, okay? We are original artists. Okay, well, hold on. We had a guest appearance. Dutch is on the desk, distracting. Okay. So, Matt, how did the wedding go?
Wedding went well. It was good.
Did you get the money?
I did not.
Okay, you just gave up.
I left here, went to Winco again.
Back to Winco?
Nothing.
Redemption? You thought that this time it would change? Manager shift change at 1 p.m.? You're like, yeah, Winco, new guy.
No, I thought going to a different location would help, but...
You went to a different Winco?
Yeah. No. It was unfortunate. I couldn't make it happen. But they understood.
So then everyone was disappointed because, the wedding, $500 was probably a big deal to them. Right? Because $500, that's a lot of money. So they probably were like, oh, man,
It is a lot of money.
So they were probably good.
Maybe to you, Cole, it's not a lot of money, all right? Like, we get it, okay? But to...
Did you bring more of these, by the way? What the fuck?
I did not. I don't have any of them. I don't go shopping at Flamagano.
Okay, one of the clips.
See, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
One of the clips, I don't know if I sent it to you or not, but you were talking about something, and you're like, oh, by the way,
I said that?
We have our, that's okay, if we can pull that clip up when this one comes up, he literally goes, oh, by the way, our debt service is covered. I'm like, looks at the camera.
Okay, no, I saw it, but I did not. Our debt service is covered.
You're like, of course, our debt service is covered.
Yeah.
It's just who you are, man.
Well, we have 2 vacancies now.
And the thing that I don't like how you are the most, to be honest, is texting with you.
Texting? Oh, I suck at texting. It's terrible.
You're not bad at texting, but you have like 2 modes. You're like double laughy emoji or exclamation mark. Like there's no in between.
No, I don't like if people understood how like you know how I talk because you see me on the day-to-day.
Yeah.
You see how I interact.
And I know that all that shit is bullshit.
Exactly. So it's
like
like
those double laughy emojis. I go, this dude not responding like that in person.
No, but like, for the stranger, they'd be like, what the hell is wrong with him, right? So
okay.
I'm not good at texting. So sometimes I look at a text.
Okay.
I respond to it in my head.
Nice.
I don't click send. Okay. And then an hour later, it's like, oh, shit, I never responded to them.
So you need like the Elon Musk like neuro thing. So then you can just respond.
Yeah. Sure.
And then I'll be like, hey, do you want to do this? And he's like, yeah.
Like whatever you say, Cole, we're gonna do. Like I mean, I'm a beginner, all right?
Thank you.
I take your advice.
Okay, I appreciate that, but there's no way you're that enthusiastic about it every single time.
Absolutely.
I'm like, hey, what are you doing later? He's like, going for dinner. I'm taking a nap.
Okay, see, like I didn't think the exclamation mark made that big of a difference.
So Sean over there,
I talked to you.
Shout out Sean. He does a double question mark, and he's like, dude, it's not a video. That's not a question. I feel like a double question mark is kind of like, bro.
Yeah, like
answer me, bro. Hello.
No, I see what you're saying now, but when I'm reading a text, it's like quick. It's like I just.
So you quickly go ahead and throw an exclamation mark and double laugh emoji.
Oh, it's like
keybinds.
Yeah. It's like normal now. It's like, yep, done. that's the truth.
Got a deal. You go. I'll take it. Yep.
If you look through my phone, the amount of emojis, it's like my top emoji rating or whatever. Like the one that's like always like preferred, right? Top left corner.
Okay.
And that's like my responses to a lot of things.
Okay, that makes sense. I was talking to Chris, and he's a little bit our roommate Chris, great guy, but he's a little bit addicted to ordering Uber Eats and whatnot. So I've been trying to challenge him and say, hey, you should just go drive and pick up the things. It'll be like half the cost, right? Mm-hmm. And we ended up talking about it, and I brought up that I asked him when his like restaurant birthday was. He didn't have one planned. Do you know what a restaurant birthday is? Like you have
when you get a free meal at a restaurant?
Yeah, exactly. But
did he guess Denny's?
Dude, I should do Denny's. But do you think it's dumb if you put your actual birthday? Like, do you put your actual birthday on those things?
Oh, absolutely not. I stagger them.
See what I'm saying?
It's
like a no-brainer.
I have a birthday every month, depending on what restaurant I'm going to go to.
Yeah. So it's like, if you put your birthday all on your actual one, how can you get that much food in a day? So I've got a couple different birthdays. My Cafe Rio one, I think, is on like Tuesdays in like it's February. This year. So that one I'm really excited about. I think about IHOP somewhere in the fall. I feel like it's more of a fall fitting season. So I think that's like August or so. My real birthday's in November. And then I got the Joe Farm Grill. Those they ID you.
By the way, you have to change your bio on Instagram.
To what?
23.
Fuck.
you're showing that you're 22. That's why last episode I was like, "There's no way you're 22, bro."
So you listened to the Instagram bio and not like you're texting me happy birthday on my birthday?
I thought you were turning 22.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were turning 23. So you definitely get that fixed.
How old are you turning?
Just turned 22.
Well, you text like you're in high school still. So let's level that up a little bit.
That's cold.
How did it go when you posted or I posted that video yesterday? And did you watch any of the comments in it? Because
I was with Miguel.
Okay,
when he commented.
First of all, I posted a video. Okay, I was going through the clips and I'm like, well, I'm posting it, so I want to post one that has me in it, right? I'm going through the clips and I was like, wait, let's not post that one. I don't want to be selfish. The first post I'm going to do is going to be one that's equal with me and Matt, right?
Ooh.
Maybe not maybe not like my favorite clip out of the bunch, but I'm going to do one that's got me and Matt in it because I'm a team player. You know what I do? I go, I'm such a team player that I go ahead and I pick Matt as the thumbnail of it, right? I put Matt's face in there instead of mine, and then I invite him as a collaborator.
You did not.
I did. And then you know what he does? Just fucking ignores it. Posts it on his story.
Bullshit.
I invite you as a collaborator.
Bullshit.
With you as the thumbnail so I could get you on it. And
you were full of shit.
It might have expired at this point, but it's done.
You could kiss my... No, because when Miguel posted that clip,
yeah,
it sent me a notification. Like,
which is why I thought it was funny. Because Matt hasn't posted anything in years. And then today... he happened to accept the collaboration invite.
No, so I accepted it, and then my heart dropped, and I was like, oh, shit, I didn't know that's what it was going to do. I didn't think it was going to be on my page. And then I was like, oh, shit, it's
there
on
now.
here. And then, you know, it kind of helped with the anxiety, and, like, you know, it is
so then when I invited you, you would...
You never invited me.
I
didn't get the notification, I swear.
Normally, Matt's posting, I think, twice a year, let alone 2 in a day.
Oh,
so he had to decline mine.
Yeah.
But then we got a comment from Miguel who said clearly Matt doesn't know how to wear any headphones.
Where is the invitation?
It's cool, bro. It probably expired. I changed the thumbnail.
It did not. You never did.
But they didn't like how you wore them last time. Can you just explain why you wore them the way that you wore them?
I wore them the way I wore them last time because I was going to a wedding later that day.
Okay. See,
and I didn't want to mess up my hair.
See,
okay? For all the Miguels out there.
For all the Miguels out there and everyone who liked that comment, I think I got more likes on that comment than I did on my actual post, which is awesome. You know, shout out Miguel. Apparently, you know, he got that one video that blew up, and now, you know, people just flock to him. Like, I can't get any credit from it. So,
yeah.
So it is what it is.
But see, I'm wearing headphones the way they should be worn. Okay?
Headphones where he is. I mean, no Rolex still.
No.
Why don't you wear it?
I'm gonna go pawn it. I'm joking.
You're gonna pawn it and then come back for it in a few months.
No.
Just lease some money.
So the reason why I don't like wearing it all the time is because, honestly, and a lot of people might not know this about me, like the Coles out there. Okay. I'm not a flashy
you mean
guy.
The fucking really cool people out there? Yeah.
I'm not a flashy guy. I'm very basic. It's like
what kind of jacket you got on right now? It looks a little high quality.
Basic, you know.
What is it?
It's Lulu. What jacket are you wearing?
This was from an outlet mall.
Bullshit.
Yeah, Braden was there. And he said, that looks like the jacket from Always Sunny.
That looks like, what's that Islands brand that Travis Scott wears?
Don't bring Afro
you know
into
it.
this.
No,
That's
you
a liability,
know.
bro.
You know, like, the brand I'm talking about.
No.
It's something Island.
Anyone?
No.
More crickets. See?
No.
Yes. Oh, now you're gonna look it up. Thanks, Matt. See, this is why he's nervous about doing this. He's just gonna do a quick Google search in the middle of a fucking podcast, man. Where's our Braden?
I have AT&T, so it's gonna take a few minutes to load. But
damn, homie just flexed his AT&T on us.
No,
bro, I'm fucking rocking Cricket right now. I mean, I would be lucky. I'd be lucky to have.
You have Verizon.
But you got
Stone Island.
Jacket. What else you got?
Stone Island.
It's not Stone Island. It's Polo.
Oh, so you know
it's Polo, but it's from the Polo outlet during like Black Friday. So it's like double sale. It's like a triple
How much did
sale.
you spend on it?
I think maybe like $100.
Okay, you kiss my ass because you know how much my hoodie is?
I don't know.
$40.
Where? How $40? How would you get that?
Lulu Outlet in Glendale, next to the arena.
Oh, next to one of your rentals? One of your 6 properties?
Nope. No. I don't buy in Glendale.
Don't buy in Glendale. Okay.
Glendale's fine.
Matt goes, I'm going to buy one of his houses. This is a great deal. He's sitting there confident the whole time. Miguel, Rod, and Temp are having a meeting in the pod, and Matt's just stewing over this deal. He's in a group chat, I guess. I'm just kind of getting contact clues is what I'm listening to. He just responds for everybody. Matt's taking the lead at this point. The reins are off. They're in Matt's control. He goes, dude, this is a deal. Calls the guy. I'll take it at 280. He goes, I can't do less than 299. He goes, okay. Goes to Jeff. Jeff, this is a deal, right? Jeff, this is a deal. Jeff, this is a deal, Jeff. It now goes through the stages of acceptance, like questionable, uncertain, deal. Jeff, Jeff didn't even respond. He's still processing the situation, and you're like, Jeff, this is the deal, right? So, and then you pull up the comps. You go look at these comps. First of all, I'm not gonna get into how to comp a house, but the way that you do it, if you do it through MLS and you do quick searches or Monsoon or whatever, you will typically pull up a new tab or you'll select the ones, right? So Matt right now is handpicking the very best ones that make his story the absolute best. So there could be a house that's 500 and the one that's 300, and he's like, dude, look at this 500 right here, right? It completely ignores the 300. So we go through. Jeff's like, dude, I think that's a deal. And then Jeff's got busy. He had to go run. All right, so now Matt's by himself, still stewing over the deal. Isaiah's over there calling. Matt's over here making a fucking ruckus, and Isaiah's talking to random-ass agents over the phone. Every time he picks up the phone, how you doing today, Jessica? Oh, I'm doing good. You know, what can I do for you? He goes, Jessica, I'm doing sensational.
How can I turn your good
Doesn't
into
give
sensational?
a fuck what that Jessica said. He knows immediately his line.
No, and he's like, how can I turn your good into sensational? One agent responded to him and was like, how can I help you?
Yes, which was crazy because I watched him do like 8 calls, and all of them loved that fucking line.
They
Initially, when I met Isaiah, I was a little caught off guard. I was like, fuck, I don't know. What could you do? Like, I'm actually processing it. And we love Isaiah. He might not actually care. It's a great conversation starter question, though. They all laughed, but I'm just listening to him do this over and over again. He's legit. He's got it down. But anyways, that's all happening while Matt's over here by himself. Eventually, he gets the confidence to go outside. He's going to go right to the meeting, interrupt it. Goes and said he has a deal. I only heard pieces of this because he walks outside at this point. But then Miguel walks in, starts looking at it, and he's like, what's the address? Matt's like, oh, here, this is it, but I have comps already. I have comps for you, right? See, again, now not letting Miguel do any of his own research and going right into Matt's trap.
Miguel was going to commit to that deal at 290.
Okay. Right? Okay, but you said 299 is where you end up needing it, and you're like, it's still a deal. Miguel eventually goes, he's like, dude, I don't see what you see. Like, we're going to have this. He brings up these other variables. The market's crashing. This is what it's going to be. This is how long it's going to take. He says we can't do a Matthew Khalil Reno, which is 45 at $35 a square foot. Just for reference, houses are pretty big, right? Do $1,000 times 35 and then do $1,000 times 55. That's how far apart Miguel and Matt were. Okay.
Oh, I don't even do rentals at 35.
Okay. So
this is like at 25.
Matt's like, I just throw a new oven in there so it appraises. Matt's like reading the guidelines of like what to do. And he goes, dude, no, that one's down the street. That one's not good. Appraiser won't even look at it, though.
You're right.
On my appraisal reports, they're going to fucking Tucson half the time to grab these fucking houses, okay? They're going to look at that fucking thing. So eventually I hear Miguel kind of bring him down, and I was like, Matt, you sound a lot like someone I've met before. I was like, I think you comp like Temp. Temp's like, oh, this is a deal. And then Miguel has to bring him in. And then Matt goes, yeah, I walked outside and talked about it, and Temp's like, oh, that's a deal.
he did. And then we go and underwrite it, and then Miguel's like, let's go walk it. Yeah. Okay. Sets up the appointment. He's like, yo, Matthew, can you go?
And this is a guy you know. Did you know the agent? Is this like an off-market or is this on MLS? Like
Mike, New West. It's another company.
Just another company I know. Just another.
No, it's
Mike with New Western.
No, he sends like pretty damn good deals. And
so shout out Mike. We like Mike.
Shout out
Mike, hit me up 602-350-5624. Send me the deals.
He doesn't commit. So we look at it. I go and check it out, and yeah,
I know
it didn't work out. Moral of the story, but
okay, so it didn't even end up buying it.
No, but I was like pacing through the office, and I was like, oh shit, what if I take this down and then like
Matt was so excited,
and then I was like, okay, well, what if we did this? What if we did this? And then I'm like, oh shit, and then they sold it twice, and then I did get a phone call, and they were like, hey, our assistant submitted the Benzer, and we never got earnest money, and they canceled the wire on us. So are you still interested in it? I was like, yeah, 280. I'm in all day.
And the guy said he had it much higher.
And then he went and sold it for 290. So
this dude the whole time is like, dude, I'm starting to think that flipping is dead. Okay, it's all about wholesaling, which essentially is just like go and clean it up.
Okay, but time out. Hear me out on this. The reason why I think flipping is, I don't want to say dead. You could still go and flip. But what I'm saying is, if you could get a somewhat decent house, right? That's livable. Doesn't have to be like the Taj Mahal, but livable.
Okay, that's you imagine a shitty fucking dumpster fire of a house, and then the Taj Mahal is like what your standard is.
No, I'm just saying, like, you don't
I
have to
would
go
love to
and
see
do
what your house
all
looks like.
basic.
The Taj Mahal.
It's hotelable. But no, I the reason why I think that's like the pivot right now is because affordability.
Oh yes.
You see
affordability for the average man. The average
Affordability in
consumer.
general, right? Like, I mean, I think if you could get somebody that
Affordability has a Louis bag
if we
behind
could,
it.
if we could, I think that's the only way you could really move some deals right now. If you could go and buy a house below market price, right, current market, and it's livable.
Okay.
There are families that are willing to go and live in these houses and close on them and buy them, instead of going to pay $100,000 more just for something renovated, because right now at 7%, your mortgage payment's significantly going to be different.
I'm not trying to be too real estate focused, but let's break that down for the average man that you're talking about here. Matt, the big business owner here,
Yeah,
Rolex
absolutely.
owner,
Okay.
Mercedes driving, Matthew Khalil, MK, okay?
Don't drive a Mercedes anymore.
Famous initials, MK there.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, the average man can afford to live in this. So Matthew's plan was to buy this piece of junk house, make it livable, whatever his definition of that is. Okay, maybe the shower turns on, the oven works. An appraiser can go in there and say it's livable. Okay, and he goes, I can sell that to an average family for $450. I can give him a $300.
Okay, that's not what I mean, but yeah,
the house may fall apart, but it's the average man.
You know what?
They can afford what they can afford. It's not my fault they're poor.
It's that's not what I mean. I'm just saying, like, there's still money to be made, and that's why the deal sold again. Right? Right. Cool. Next question.
We'll track this 6 months from now when the house sells. The person loses $50,000.
Well, because they did a $45 a square foot reno when the neighborhood could only require 25. So,
Matt, it's just this is like going back to your tipping thing. You're like, why should I pay something that would make sense? Like, 25 is good enough, right? 25 gives me carpet. Carpet's great. People love carpet.
yo.
What kind of shit are you getting for $25 a square foot? What are you putting in a house?
Okay, I kid you not.
Are you
I'll
hiring children to paint the walls?
No,
Are
I'll
you
walk
getting
you
around
through
labor
one
laws?
of the deals that I had to.
Yeah, but
I
do it in like a
Quick.
not so real estate way.
Okay. I don't know how to do that, but I bought this house. It's a hoarder house. Okay, bunch of shit in there. It's disgusting, right? No, it's
Sounds like a
bad.
great one to start with going cheap.
No, and
Walls
then
are ruined. There's rats in the attic.
that house cost me $23,000 to renovate. I went in, put new flooring, new paint, interior,
What kind of
exterior.
flooring?
So we tried to go polish concrete, and it didn't work out. So we had to go epoxy. So it's like garage floors in the house, but it works. Okay.
Matt's walking into a kitchen with sparkled garage flooring.
Okay, it wasn't sparkled. It's just nice, gray, smooth, silky epoxy floor.
Silky
Okay.
smooth, yeah.
Um,
Great for a lawnmower,
new kitchen,
weed whacker, whatever they did.
new kitchen, new flooring, new interior, exterior paint. Turfed up the whole yard. Put rocks into.
That was probably 17 to the 23 you spent.
Exterior. What did I say? Frontier. Okay, backyard, front yard, rocks, and yeah, like spotlights, fixtures, all the good stuff. Right. The house looks phenomenal. Okay.
How big is it?
23,000. It's 1,200 square feet.
Are you stealing these materials? Where are you getting these things from?
I have a pro account at Home Depot.
Okay.
That's the tip. I'm joking. It doesn't save you that much, but you get free snacks when you're at Home Depot if you have a pro account.
And I want to talk to you about snacks.
Sure.
Seemed like we both enjoyed a few in our time. Okay, transition from calling Matt fat. Hey, I was calling me fat too.
Okay.
Listen, man, we're both do it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Tyson Smith, dude's getting fucking jacked. He had a fitness coach on here, Matt Hoodie, great guy. I think Temp hired him. Temp's run like twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
Miguel challenged me to a fitness competition. Did he challenge you?
No, because
Yeah, he
knows
knew
I'm
that he would kick your ass. So I'm challenging him right now. We're neck and neck. But my point in all this is, a lot of these people in our world are getting really good, and like they're getting in shape. I think they're ready. It's like the reverse of the holidays, where people kind of bulk up a little bit more. I've taken the opposite approach. Okay, so I was going to the gym pretty well, and then I had these last like 3 weeks, which were probably like the busiest 3 weeks of my life. For the better, some money will be made at the end of it. It's all traditional deals, so 30, 45 days, whatever. It's not a wholesale, But I get super busy, and then I don't do anything all day, and the one thing I get to think about is like, what am I going to eat? That's like my joy. So I go, I'm gonna go to In-N-Out, Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna go, fuck it, I'll go wherever. Olive Garden, like, I'll go wherever. And then I'm seeing the scale go up like 0.5 every single day. And I'm like, dude, I just worked so hard to lose 4 pounds, and I've almost gained it all back already. Is that so wrong, though? That's what I want to ask. If my life is almost entirely work, and is it bad to enjoy something in food, right? Like, I don't smoke crack.
Well, just don't show this to Tyson, all right?
Tyson, I'm doing incline 8, speed 12
for 30 minutes.
For 30 minutes. I'm doing that consistently, okay?
But
then right after, I'm going to Whataburger or something. You know what I mean?
My say is I go to the gym every day, Monday through Friday.
The Apple Watch says otherwise. You maybe forget it at home sometimes.
All right, cool.
My battery's dying. No, sorry.
My thought process is if I go to the gym and I get a good workout in, I go eat whatever I want. It's kind of like a wash, right?
I'm talking to the right guy for this.
I'm not increasing a weight, but I'm not decreasing either. I'm kind of maintaining what I'm doing, all right? So there's some days where I'm like, oh, no, I got to be healthy today. Like, we had a killer workout, and I'm like going to salad and go. And then I get home, and then I'm like...
So fucking hungry in like 30 minutes.
That was a good appetizer. And then I'm like cooking a burger.
Dude, sometimes I'll see like, again, when Chris does Uber Eats, he's like, oh, do you want this? And I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to look, and this shit's all going to look good. So we got this really bad thing, and this started like maybe a month ago. Because once we moved in this house, like that's kind of when it started. Chris was like, fucking 11:30 at night. He's like, dude, I'm going to IHOP. I'm like, fuck, that's my kryptonite, dude. I love IHOP.
You love IHOP?
I love IHOP. I used to go to IHOP every day for like, sorry, I know. Hey, sponsored by Denny's though. Okay, but I love IHOP. I used to go there for all my birthdays. I love the pancakes. I mean, it's just good. I like it. I haven't had much besides the pancake French toast, but I fuck with it.
No, like off record, I'm not a big fan of IHOP or Denny's, like at all.
Yeah, you like took
no,
Madero
it's just,
early on.
Fun
Nobu
fact.
Before.
All right, shut the fuck up. Do you know how long I worked at Denny's? Did I?
You worked at Denny's?
This is at.
Is that how you met the guy?
Oh shit! Let's talk. All
Okay,
right?
yeah, go ahead. Ruin my story. Interrupt yours for Denny's. Let's
No.
No. Let's go. Go ahead.
When I was 15 years old,
I'll just put a pause.
I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Okay?
Smoking hookah, 15-year-olds, same one, same guy.
No, that's a little pivot. Okay. When I was 15 years old, I got a job at Denny's at 15. Under the table. Not under the table, but on the table.
Height-wise, you were probably going under the tables.
But I started working at Denny's in Apache Junction when I was 15 years old.
That's why you love Mesa so much.
I started...
There's a heartwarming feeling.
That's where I started. So good. I started taking tables, and I'm serving, right? I'm working there for about 4 or 5 months. Everything's going great. Like, I'm 15 years old. I'm saving money, and, like, I feel like I'm a baller, right? So then...
At 15, you were. The math club was fucking loving you.
It was
Coming
crazy.
home with grand slams.
Grand slams, yeah. So, fast forward 4 or 5 months into working there, the manager gets fired, okay? And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, why did she get fired, okay? And I ended up figuring out that she was stealing money from the safe. And, like, they ended up figuring out, so they let her go, okay? And then she was, like, kind of holding a grudge over the owner, and she had all my paperwork, right? And it shows date of birth, my ID, and everything. So she knew I was 15, but nobody else in the store knew I was 15. They thought I was, like,
yeah, she was
16,
stealing from
17,
the company
right?
twice there.
So
she's paying you 10, and the minimum is 12,
so,
or
like,
whatever it is.
she sees all my personal info, right? And then she's like, I'm going to go to the labor law commissioner or whatever it's called, right? So she threatens the owner and is like, hey, like, if you're not going to comply with me, and I'm going to ruin your whole entire operation, and I'm going to go to the labor corporation, whatever, and I'm going to say that you're, like, illegally hiring employers or whatever underage. And then he was like, oh, shit. So he gets a lawsuit. And
speed forward. He's getting sued.
Yeah, so then I'm the reason for it. And then I have to go and get transcripts from my school. I have my parents signing off on shit, right? Like, oh, I'm a straight A student. Like, my parents knew that I was working. This is totally, like, kosher, whatever. We ended up winning. He ended up winning, right?
You had a gun to your head, a camera pointed at you. I want to be here, guys.
No, so then we did that, and then moved on with life. And then I was there for, like, 3 years.
Dang,
taking tables. I'm not joking. See?
Ending.
But, okay. The reason why I don't like Denny's is I saw the behind the scenes, okay? Behind the scenes was Matthew Khalil at 16, 17 years old was scooping banana splits with his bare hands with no gloves and covering his fingerprints with whipped cream. And there's other people that do similar shit.
I'm sorry, you said you did that?
Yeah. I would
Was
cut
that-
corners, right? We didn't have an ice cream scooper. Okay, it was broken. So how the hell they put like a plastic cup there and expected me to use that?
Yeah.
So I was like,
That's
no,
not asking
that's
a
not gonna
lot.
happen. So then I started scooping it with my hand and I was rolling it like the balls up like snowballs, and then I would put them on the plate, and then there'd be fingerprints, okay, on the ice cream balls, and I would cover it with whipped cream. I kid you not. Salads, whatever, like it was normal. So that's why I don't. Whatever I did to people, I feel like it's gonna come around and it's gonna happen to me. So that's why I can't eat it.
Dog. What the fuck?
Sorry.
This is why you don't fucking hire Matthew Khalil, man.
No, absolutely not.
This case, so again, $25 reno. It's the same Matthew that's doing the.
Banana splits.
So what'd you do with your hands? They're
I'd
just
wash
fucking
them. No, I'd wash my hands.
before and after, or just after once you had
After.
the
I
ice
was
cream on it?
obligated to do. Or I would just wipe it on the apron and move on with life, right? So.
The apron that's just getting all the dirty dishes.
Oh,
What are you
yeah.
picking?
Yeah.
So you did that for 3 years?
Yeah, and whenever somebody ordered fries on their burger and it'd been a long day, I'd like go into like the blind spot and then grab a fry and then take the food to the table.
You're just like a not good person.
No, absolutely not. I'm far from that.
Okay, so remember last time I was talking about me at 15, trying my hardest? Here's Matthew Khalil, just fucking up people's day, okay? And then somehow, at 20 years old, Rolex, okay? Still, this shit does not add up.
It's weird, man. It's weird.
God loves you, apparently.
Life took a turn. It was, man. I would have never imagined, but yeah.
Hey, look at me, young gentleman, scooping ice cream with the palm of my hands.
Yeah, I had like 8 jobs though. So I left there and then I went to Chipotle. Went to
What'd you do at Chipotle?
Barro's Pizza.
Was that bad because they could see you up front, so they couldn't rat you
I
out?
couldn't really do anything.
Okay,
over there.
Barro's.
It was honestly, dude, the one on Queen Creek in Higley.
Okay,
Worst
anyone who lives
location.
by there?
No,
You've been going
that's
there
the one
for
I
like
used to
2
work
years?
at, right? There was
Okay.
a kid. Pizza comes in. 1 hour. No, 1 hour. What the hell? Like 10 minutes before closing, right? And the kid's pissed. He's like, oh, shit, I have to make another pizza, blah, blah, blah. He does, like, chew. He spit his chew in the marinara sauce on the pizza and then went on with his day. It was disgusting. Never went to
I have to
Barro's
make a
after
pizza. I can't go home and smoke weed
that.
now.
Yeah, literally.
My whole night of weed and Call of Duty's ruined.
So Barro's was a thing. Chipotle, Panda Express. I was a dishwasher at Bar Venitos on Power
What?
and ran house.
What is that?
It's like a little mom and pop shop. I was a
You
dishwasher.
did good. We do well there. You respect the mom and pop a little bit more, or did you also disrespect?
I
them a little bit?
lasted 24 hours and I left.
Okay, that does not count. You
I
cannot
saw-
count
no, but I
24
saw-
hours. How many dishes you watch? You walk in and watch one bowl, and they're like, "You're
Okay,
fired,
I kid
Matthew."
you not. It was like the freaking movies, right? I walk in. I'm like walking in at 3 o'clock after school is done. Blah blah blah, and I go back there. The dishes are stacked to the roof. And I was like, do they expect me to go and grab this?
The scene
And-
goes where it's looking at the dishes, and then it gets really hot.
No, so I get pissed, and I'm like, these guys are assholes. Like, they didn't even try. It's
So,
like,
are you going into work that day?
Mhm.
Okay.
and then I get on with my day, and I'm like washing, I'm dragging my ass,
Getting
right?
a ladder.
Yeah,
You know, like-
literally. And then I texted the manager later that day, and I was like, hey, I no longer want to be a dishwasher. Do you have a serving opportunity? He was like, no, this is what you signed up for. I was like, all right, well, I'm no longer coming back. And I never showed up.
Hey, you know what though? I respect that you gave him. You gave him you dangled it a little bit. You're like, I'll serve for you.
Yeah.
I'll bring
No,
more
it was-
dishes back there.
It was, for real, it was rough. And then I worked at a car wash.
Okay, how'd you do that? That doesn't sound like you at all. That sounds like the most physical labor so far.
Yeah, I know, it was rough. Never showed up, but I got the job.
What have you done well?
I flipped cars.
in the best way possible. So far, you're describing every single job so far. You've just fucked
It was
up the
terrible.
place.
Oh no! Whenever I do not care about something and like it's not something that I'm ambitious.
Is that why you show up here half-assed? Just kidding.
This shows you enough that I showed up, all right? But yeah, it was rough, man. Every time I was an employee,
How long was the car wash?
No, 1 week.
So you're like, I had 8 jobs and I worked for a total of
Bro, it's like
3.5 years.
It's like temp. Temp was like I have like 30 jobs. It's pretty similar, but yeah, I never lasted longer in a job than I did at Denny's.
God, you should just go back.
No, and it was
You should live the golden age.
no, and it was bad because like anytime a manager would like talk shit or want me to do something, I'd be like, I know the owner.
Okay, so now it's full circle. He's just a fucking total dick again.
No. And then
you think you're better than them?
No, I don't. I do not think I'm better than them. But what was funny was like whenever the owner showed up, I was like, I would always like talk shit to him when like everyone's around.
So purposely, you were putting on a show, a performance.
Oh, absolutely. And then this is like 15, 16-year-old me. I'm like, I have to show them that he's cool with me, right? Because then when he's gone, they won't fuck with me, right? So then, yeah.
So you're playing like a political game.
Yeah, absolutely.
You were in people's head.
Yeah.
So you were making sure that everyone had a miserable time working with you.
No.
But there was nothing that they could do.
No.
Every time they see you go in for that big scoop, so I feel like sometimes you might have taken a scoop for yourself and just started licking it like a dog.
No.
Vanilla.
I never did that. But like, I've had like,
You've scooped
the
a little
ice
bit?
cream, yeah. Made a salad before for myself. Ate it on the line. It was rough.
My dad told me when he's like, you're going to meet a lot of people when you get this job. My first job was Safeway. The same day I got my license, I worked that day and worked 40 hours that week, pushing carts. And he goes, there's going to be a lot of people here that are going to say, this is how I do it, or I do it this way. He said, don't listen to those people. Those people aren't who you want to be. So I never did. A lot of people are like, you know what I do here? And they're like, I actually just stack the bags here and leave them in the corner because no one can see them here. I'm like, that smells bad. Like, that's for the morning shift to worry about. Immediately start noticing things. He's like, I don't do double bags on these because they're trash cans. Yeah, guess what happens when he does it? I go pick them up and they're fucking soaked. I come home fucking with dirt and just oil greases everywhere. So I thought, my dad's on something. The next job, Panera, same thing. People are like, yeah, the rules say to do this. Don't listen to any of that. That's like what the trainers are saying. They're like, whatever this guideline says, just ignore it. They don't know what they're talking about. So this guy's like, how much meat do you put on this? He's like, this looks right. So every sandwich, total hit or miss. Some would be stacked to the fucking roof. Some would be just the world tiniest amount. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to measure it out. You know where that got me? No. Fucking nowhere. That was a fucking waste of time. Then I go to Starbucks. I had plenty of other ones, but yeah, I had an Olive Garden one. I worked there for like 4 days. So I had a I had
so
a
we're
Matthews
like on
day.
the same boat.
Well, they were like,
Okay.
hey, by the way, you're closing tonight. I've been there
no.
till like 9 a.m. They're like, hey, you're closing till like 1. I'm like, no.
I'm not.
He's like, no. Like, you signed up like for this. You're closing. The guy called out, so you got to fill it. I was like, no, I don't think so.
He left?
So then what I did, I closed. I was a nice guy. I didn't show up after that, though. And they pay you through like an Olive Garden credit card. They can't pay you directly. They pay, it's like a dinero or something. Like, sorry, not the currency, but it's like called like dinero's card or something. I don't know. So you had to get the card. And I was like, hey, guys.
I'm here for my card.
I get the card. And everyone fucking hated me. But whatever. I was there for like a week. But when I get to Starbucks, eventually, I transferred to a store in Tucson when I go to U of A. And they're like, yeah, so we have milk, but we just like leave it out there all day. I don't drink milk already, but that sounds kind of gross. Like, I feel like milk's like an in the fridge kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So I was like, no, guys, you're supposed to switch it out like every maybe 2 hours or something like that. Because there's like the containers that keep it cold. They're like, no, we don't do that. I was like, what about the containers? Like, we're supposed to rinse those after every time we do it. They're like, dude, what would we do then? If we washed them, how would we have tea? So you would wash it and then dry it, and make it. We don't do that here. I talked to the manager. I'm like, because I was being a little bit of a snitch. I'll be honest, but I want to get a promotion because I want to make a little more money. So I'm like, fuck it. Like, these guys fucking suck. I'll step up and I'll fucking snitch on all of them. I don't fucking care. How long was 6ix9ine in prison for? Not very long. I'm fucking bossing up and snitching on these motherfuckers. Okay. I go to the manager. She goes, yeah, I told him to do all that. So I call my old manager. I'm like, dude, everything you told me to do here to get a promotion is failing. Nothing's working here. He's like, man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Stick with
I don't work for Starbucks anymore. He's like, I don't really care. And then he's like, hey, you want to play CSGO later? Like, okay, so great. I'm on my own here. Oh, so shit. I just show up, and I'm like, dude, you know what? People are just coming in here and using that milk for fucking 10 hours. I mean, I just tell them, I'd recommend not drinking that milk. And they'd be like, why? I'm like, fuck it, do it then. If they ask questions, they don't get to know. Okay, I can't be too loud. So at that point, I just gave up. I tried my best. They put me on bar to, like, make the drinks, and I was a little bit of a mess. What's the drink.
Saying? Nice guy always finishes last, something like that?
I finished least favorite in everyone's eyes.
Yeah, so I think that...
I snitched on everybody.
Saying's right.
The manager knew it. Everyone else knew it. And then when they put me to make the drinks, I would spill, like, every 4th drink. Everywhere. So the floors were just constantly, like, swimming pools. Needless to say, when I quit, they were not too upset.
No.
I walked in the next day, like, just, like, say hi, and they're like, what can I get you? I was like, hey, it's me, Cole. It's like, oh, yeah. You used to work here, right? Yesterday. Yesterday fell. So I get it. The job cycle works. I think everyone goes through it, you know. But we're here now, and
Yeah, that's all that matters.
where we definitely do well in real estate. I'm sure that you don't cut any corners.
I don't.
I didn't take so long to answer that.
I do what's best for my clients. They're.
Do the clients know half the things, or you're like, no, I know what's best? Like, how much? Ken, it's James. How much you want to know?
No, okay. When it comes to work, like real estate, no.
Matthew's like selling me deals like 90% under the table. He's like, dude, I got this sick fucking house. I'll give it to you for this. Who is confirming this?
No.
Who is saying that I can get it for that? You're like,
I'm saying you get it.
we were talking about moving into this house, and Matt's like, stop. Don't move into that house. I've got this sick one on the lake.
Why don't you buy it? I just did a price cut. $50,000. Come on.
How much was it?
$1 million.
Okay, I was like, I need 5 bedrooms, and this is how much space I'm getting. And he's like, okay, I can't beat that, but this house is way cooler. There's a lake.
It is.
There's a lake that you can film it on. Is everyone aware of the heat in Arizona? How hot it is? Who fucking cares about the lake when the summer comes around? Then what do we do?
That's what you do in the summer.
In the lake? How are we going to film in the lake? Hey, this week's podcast, we're floating.
Hop on the boat.
We don't just have boats, man.
We
just get a boat. Just get another boat. So just get $1 million house on the lake. Just get a boat. What else?
Cool. Don't make it seem like you can't do it. Don't make it seem like you can't do it.
Motivational moment.
Cole puts.
If you ever want a boat, if you want a boat bad enough, you will do anything that it takes to get that boat.
Absolutely.
Okay, anything that you put your mind to. There's two people in this world: those with boats
I cannot
and
take
those
you
that don't have boats. Okay, if you want the boat bad enough, you get the fucking boat.
Absolutely. That's the mindset you have to have.
And I think that's a good moment to end on. Thank you, guys. If you want a boat, go get yourself a boat. Thank you. Matt, any last words? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
You're such a bitch. Fuck it. End the show. See you later.